If you're just catching up on the TV side, this is our Build Up Berkeley segment. Jennifer Smith is with us via telephone from Build Up Berkeley. We have Brianna Gustafson and Nate Arndt in studio. And Brianna brought in a dozen sourdough chocolate chip cookies. What's the official name of these?
Those are our brown butter chocolate chip cookies.
Brown butter chocolate chip cookies, which I assume means they have brown butter in them.
Yes, so that's my first step, is I brown the butter and I get it nice and toasty. So it makes the cookies taste a little like nutty, a little bit caramelly, I guess.
And I promise we will be sharing the cookies for everybody in
I don't know. It might not be shared.
Apparently they have to stay in a bag. They're not allowed to be eaten, is what I understand.
There'll be no chewing during the interviews.
Be careful. Nate might steal them.
Yeah, they're very good. She brought them in for the class there.
Oh, you had some at the class already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She knows what she's doing.
She's not kidding. Yeah, she's not kidding. No kidding. So how many cookies do you make in a given period of time here when you do a run of cookies?
So for farmers market, usually I'll do anywhere from 4 to 6 dozen cookies, along with 45 plus loaves of bread, and then I also do scones. Scones have been really popular too.
Yeah, and what is your website that you sell through?
It's thetablesourdoughcompany.com. It links to, we have an ordering service called Hot Plate, and that's what we do all of our pre-orders. So we also do pickups on Fridays here in Martinsburg, and that's every Friday. So people can go on there. I drop a menu usually every Sunday, and then you order and you can pick it up at my home.
And I could order, I live in Frederick, so I could order a loaf of sourdough bread, and it would be delivered to my house?
Oh, no, we haven't gotten delivery down yet.
Can't send it through the postal service?
I probably could.
It's got a stamp in the upper part of the loaf.
But I'm not too far from here, so on your way home, just stop by and pick it up.
I can do that. I'm a big fan of sourdough. There's something about sourdough bread that just kind of...
Yes, I grew up in California, and I grew up with sourdough bread, and it wasn't something that I could really find, and I wanted it to have that just hearty sourdough flavor, where it wasn't too sour, but it was perfect. It makes great toast, makes great sandwiches. Grilled cheese is the best.
What do you charge for a loaf of sourdough bread?
Our classic sourdough is 10, and then we have different flavors. Our rosemary and thyme is 12, and then we've done a caramelized onion and sage bread, and that has done really well, and that is 14. The pumpkin bread is also 14, and that's done really well too. And all of our stuff we try to focus on local. So, for instance, all of our herbs come from our garden. Any of our scone flavors, if we're making peaches, like peach scones, all of those will come from a local farm and things like that. So,
do you have a goal of selling to shops or being in a shop at some point?
So I would love a brick and mortar. Currently, we wholesale, so our goods are in Celia May's bakery in Charlestown, and also we do the bakery case for Wild and Wonderful Play Cafe in Ranson. And then soon we will have our things in Shepherd's Blessings, which is the shop in downtown Shepherdstown. So right now we wholesale. However, I would love a brick and mortar. That's kind of where my heart is. I want a gathering place, a place for people to come and slow down and really just get back to basics and spend time with family. And that's kind of why I started the table, was just to kind of bring that community and that gathering and that sense of just peace and putting everything away and just spending time with each other.
Have you thought about the $2,000 cookie? Because you don't sell but one of those.
Exactly. That would get my funds up real quick.
Just saying, maybe somebody out there wants a $2,000 cookie. Like, this must be really good if it's $2,000.
You got to get in New York, though.
Yeah, they buy those strawberries for what, $10 a strawberry?
And so I want to talk about the program itself. Tell me about your mentors and how y'all found each other. How you found your mentor.
Sure, yeah. So they had a great group of mentors there for all the competitors. Mine, Carol, is wonderful. These are all very experienced people involved in the business community. They all have stake in it. They want to see us succeed. They have done a great job of equipping us with the support and just being there.
So is Carol in the sporting goods, retail? What was?
She's at Shepherd University. She's very sharp. Years and years of business experience, and she also works with the SBDC. So I've worked with them before. They have a great program. I think we're pretty much following that framework for the business plan within the education series. So it's all really good programs. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were all assigned a mentor. So when we started the first day, we were assigned our mentor, and each mentor has 3
Three,
Three,
two or
I
three,
think,
I want to
two or
say.
three. Yeah.
And if I can jump in.
Yeah, please, Sharon.
So all of the mentors, so Carol has been with us for the entire 3 years. Carol Goolsby, she is a small business coach and is located at Shepherd University, but she has been great. And Diego Lozada is another. He had been a judge for the past 2 years and wanted, to look at the program in a different angle. Hal Van Meter, and obviously everyone knows Hal from Berkeley County Schools, but he is an entrepreneur himself. And John with Mamba Collectibles, he was actually a winner last year in our program and wanted to help other businesses. And also Leslie Lopez is a mentor as well. So all of these mentors were picked by the Development Authority, and then it was a random draw. And each of the participants, I think Carol does have 3. All the others do have 2.
Carol's working overtime.
Yeah, she's great.
She's my mentor as well. She is wonderful.
Any big light bulb moment that stood out above everything else that, wow, that had never occurred to me?
I think for me, and maybe it wasn't a light bulb moment, but it was a wow moment, was when we had the CPA come in and chat with us. And that was like, wow, I consider myself a decently smart person, but wow, that is another level of smart. Yeah, so it kind of like those things that you don't think about, all of these little nuances, especially in taxes, that he was able to bring to light was wonderful.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. That was, it was a plethora of information. And I
Yes.
went home and kind of digested it and worked directly on my plan and made some serious decisions about my business strictly based off what we learned that night. It's just having those subject matter experts and being able to ask them the questions that, you never had the opportunity to ask a lawyer because you don't have them on retainer.
Yeah. Sure.
So, yeah.
Let me ask that light bulb question from a different angle, and that is clearly the businesses that you have started come from your heart. You are loving what you are doing. So when was the light bulb moment that made you say, this could be a business? I could take this from just something that I love doing and turn it into something that I can actually make money doing and never have to go to work again because I love my job.
Yeah. For me, I think it was just it was something that I did. I made it for my family originally, and then I would just sell my loaves with family and friends. And it was kind of after that people were just like, oh, hey, you should sell this. I'd buy a loaf from you. People asking, hey, can I buy a loaf? And they'd tell a friend, and they'd ask, and so it just kind of escalated from there. And I didn't do it for a while because I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm happy just to, give them away. And then finally, after just a lot of thought and a lot of prayer, I was just like, you know what? No, I think that this could be not only a great business from like a financial standpoint, but also could be a great just way to share with people that art of, slowing down and community and just creating a little bit of joy in everybody's simple everyday. So.
Yeah, I would have to probably go back to, as I described us kind of starting at WVU. During classes, it was online classes, so I was spending a lot of time in front of the computer, just, really wanted to, I guess, build up some more creative things, work on some things. And it was really, truly, there's kind of 2 answers. One, I was working with somebody, I was a fellow wood crafter, and they were like, hey, you should really check out Tamarack, which was, the juried artisan competition. And I started looking into it, and people were making incredible things, but, doing really good with it, building brands, making unique stuff. So I was like, wow, this is something. This is a good community of people. And then also, the WVU Morris L. Hayhurst Launch Lab, like I said, I got to give them so much credit. Carrie White and Ann Jones there. Those are my great resources that kind of helped me get going. And, to actually learn that, I can build a business behind this, and we can seriously win some money. To me, as a college student, a couple $1,000s for a pitch competition, it was incredible. Yeah, it was like life-changing.
Less than a minute left here. Nate, hold up your net. Tell people how they can buy that from you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our stream cider. This is one we have available right now. They are on our website at nateshandcraftednets.com. We also
Put that in your right-hand side of you.
Right
there you go. Yeah,
okay.
Nice.
Yep, there we go.
What's the website again?
This is nateshandcraftednets.com. We're also on Facebook, Nate's Handcrafted Nets, Instagram at the same thing. You can order them through the website. We have a custom net module builder we're working on, but we also have available nets on the website. We have merchandise, some stickers.
I got to cut you off.
Yeah.
Brianna, how do we
Yeah.
get your baked goods? Real quick, 30
So,
seconds.
yes, so it's tablesouردoughcompany.com. You can find all of our information on there. It's a link to our ordering service for Friday pickups. We're also at the Shepherdstown Farmers Market, and then Facebook as well, and
Very good.
Instagram.
Jennifer Smith, thank you very much once again. Thank you so much, very much once again.
Thank you.
I got
See you next time.
cookies on the brain here, sorry.